Mobsters are known for their ruthless actions and dangerous lives, but these five took things to a whole new level. What happens when the line between crime and madness disappears? Today we're counting down the top 5 craziest mobsters of all time. Stay tuned until the end to find out which mobster had an FBI hit out on him and lived to tell the tale. And trust me, you won't believe the insane stories behind these notorious gangsters. Kicking off our list is Richard the Iceman Kuklinski, a hitman who terrorized the criminal underworld for decades. Working for various crime families, including the Gambinos, Kuklinski's cold, calculating approach to murder was legendary. He was a family man by day, but at night he transformed into one of the most prolific killers the mob had ever seen. Kuklinski didn't just kill his victims, he experimented on them. He used guns, knives, poisons, and even crossbows. One of his most sadistic methods involved feeding a victim to rats, showing a level of detachment and creativity that shocked even the most hardened gangsters. His favorite trick? Freezing his victims to obscure the time of death, earning him the nickname the Iceman. Kuklinski's reign of terror ended in 1986 when he was arrested and sentenced to multiple life sentences. Even behind bars, he continued to boast about his crimes, leaving behind a legacy of fear and bloodshed. Next on our list is Vincent Mad Dog Coll, a man who took the chaotic streets of Prohibition-era New York by storm. Coll was known for his wild, unpredictable nature that set him apart from other mobsters. While most gangsters had a code, Coll was the kind of guy who would shoot first and never ask questions. Coll's unhinged behavior culminated in the infamous baby-killing incident. During a botched kidnapping attempt on a rival gangster, Coll and his men sprayed a crowded street with bullets, killing a 5-year-old boy. This brutal mistake turned public sentiment against him and cemented his reputation as Mad Dog, a loose cannon even by mob standards. After dodging death and police capture numerous times, Coll was finally gunned down in a telephone booth at the age of 23, bringing an end to one of the most reckless careers in mob history. Tommy DeSimone was the kind of gangster you didn't want to cross, ever. Portrayed by Joe Pesci as Tommy DeVito in Goodfellas. The real DeSimone was even more volatile. He had a reputation for killing on a whim, often over the smallest perceived slights. One night, DeSimone shot and killed a young bartender, Billy Batts, simply because he insulted him in front of others. The murder of Batts, a made man in the Gambino family, was a massive breach of mob protocol and put DeSimone in serious danger. But DeSimone didn't care, he thrived on chaos. DeSimone's involvement in the Lufthansa heist made him a marked man. After years of brutal killings and robberies, the mob eventually decided that Tommy was too much of a liability. He disappeared in 1979, rumored to have been killed by his own associates, ending the reign of one of the mob's most violent enforcers. Roy DeMeo wasn't just a killer, he was a businessman whose business was murder. As a key player in the Gambino crime family, DeMeo headed a crew responsible for over 200 murders. They turned killing into an assembly line process at the infamous Gemini Lounge. The Gemini method involved shooting the victim, immediately wrapping their head in a towel to prevent blood spatter, and then dismembering the body for easy disposal. This gruesome routine became their calling card, making DeMeo and his crew some of the most feared killers in mob history. DeMeo's reign ended when he became too much of a liability, even for the mob. He was found shot to death in the trunk of his own car, a fitting end for one of the mob's most prolific murderers. Finally, we have Anthony Gaspipe Casso, the ruthless underboss of the Lucchese crime family. Known for his paranoia and violent temper, Casso didn't just kill enemies, he killed anyone he even suspected of disloyalty, including his own men. Casso's most audacious act was ordering hits on federal agents, a move that crossed a line even other mobsters wouldn't dare approach. He once famously placed a $100,000 bounty on the heads of FBI agents, making him one of the most wanted men in America. After years of evading the law, Casso was finally caught and, facing life in prison, turned informant. But his cooperation was short-lived. His violent behavior continued behind bars, leading to his expulsion from the Witness Protection Program. Casso died in prison, leaving behind a legacy of treachery, violence, and paranoia. So, which of these mobsters do you think was the craziest? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our deep dives into the world of weird, interesting, and dark history. And remember, crime might pay, but it always catches up with you.